Welcome back to complete our case study. So we finished many steps for the specific case study, but today we will talk about a new step, which is determine stakeholder engagement approach. So first of all, I would like to define again what does mean by stakeholders. Stakeholders, according to business analysis perspective, are any people, individuals, group, or organizations who can impact or impacted by our solution. So according to this definition, George and Rani identified stakeholders by using onion diagram. So onion diagram illustrates the relationship between our solution or a project and the stakeholder. So they divided the onion diagram into group of layers. So the layer number one indicates the project titles. So our two projects will be home remodeling project and Internet of Things based smart home project. So this is the first layer. The next layer indicates the team that is executing the project or creating the product. So the team will be sustainable construction company architecture team, sustainable construction company Internet of Things development team, sustainable construction company construction team. So this will be the next layer. Next layer means the people who will implement or develop the project. The third layer, team indicate teams or individuals directly impacted by the change that will occur. So for example, sustainable construction company sales and the marketing team. By the way, sales and the marketing team direct impacted by the solution, but they don't implement the solution. If they implement the solution, they will insert on the second layer. Okay, the next example about the third layer is current homeowners. The next is potential homeowners. Layer number 4 is the teams or individuals who regularly interact with those in layer 3. So for example, Spencer, business owner. Layer number 5 are external stakeholders who can direct influence, not impact, influence requirement or will be impacted by the changes through by the initiatives or product. So for example, community members, government agencies, bank or lender people. So by identifying those stakeholders, we can go through a stakeholder analysis or assess stakeholder engagement. George and Rani, as we said previously in the previous step, that George is a lead business analysis in one project. Rani is a lead business analysis on the next project. But actually, there is a repetitive stakeholder or similar stakeholder between the two projects. So George and Rani must collaborate to remove redundancy when they are identifying and assessing a stakeholder. So they use stakeholder engagement assessment metrics, where they put stakeholder in the first column and classify stakeholder according to 4 or 5 categories: unaware, resistant, neutral, supportive, and leading. After that, they put the action required to enhance the level of engagement, and the last column will include the person who will be responsible for taking this action. So stakeholder example number 1 is sustainable construction company business owner. So they are supportive for sure. They must be supportive. Unless they are not supportive, we cannot initiate any project. So their current and desired level of engagement is supportive. Our action as a business analyst is to update and review the business case quarterly. Who will take this action? George and Rani. The next example of stakeholder are sales and the marketing team. The current engagement level is neutral. The desired engagement level, we hope to make them as leading. So the action required in this case is to offer bonus incentive based on increased sale, plan more strategic advertising on houses. Who can take this action? Sales director. The next example is architecture team, where they are resistant because they resist to remodeling the existing houses because it will take more time, more effort from them. But we hope to make them as leading. So the desired engagement level will be leading. What will be our action? Sustainable construction company will fund the presentation of their final work at the global architecture conferences. Who will take this action? Architecture lead. The next is Internet of Things development team. Their existing or their current and desired engagement level is leading. So the action over bonus incentive based on the reported bugs and the user satisfaction scores. Who can take this action? Is sustainable construction company business owner. Construction team, the current engagement level is neutral. So we hope to make them as leading. So we will offer bonus incentive based on quality inspections. Who will take this action? Project manager. Potential home buyer, current engagement level is unaware. The desired leading. So we will offer Internet of Things setup and free use for 1 year after home purchase. Who will offer this action? Sales and marketing department. Current homeowner, the existing or the current engagement level is resistant. The desired will be supportive. The action is to facilitate focus group and offer incentive for participation. Subsidies house improvement for lower cost. The owner of this action is sales and the marketing department. Then we can go through community members, government agencies, banking lender, and so on. So George and Rani consider the type of stakeholder and identify 2 key rules to focus on: existing homeowners and first-time home buyers. And actually, each of these categories may include many stakeholders. So to save our effort and our resources, we will consider each category as a persona. So they illustrate these categories in the format of persona, where they use this format: user role, user profile, and persona. So before getting persona for each category, they initiate customer profiles, existing and first time home buyer. They created customer profile for existing home buyer and for the first time home buyer, and they divided customer profile into background, demographics, goals, pain points, collaborators, to illustrate the similar points between existing homeowners, also between first-time home buyers. Background means what are some typical characteristics which will be shared between the existing homeowners. So for example, this person who is existing homeowner is the head of household for the 3 or 4 generation living in the home, is a primary breadwinner, and is concerned with making the home safe, comfortable for everyone. So this person wants to ensure that everyone is able to actively contribute to the family day-to-day living. But what about the background of the first-time home buyer? They are typically a new home buyer, so they are young, professional couple who uses their home as a base from which they travel for work and leisure. Demographics. What are some demographics of the typical person in this role? Actually, existing homeowner work full-time. Their age is from 50 to 60. Expects to retire in the same home. Says they would like to enjoy retirement with their family in this home. The first-time home buyer work full-time, but their age is between 35 to 40. So they can use a new technology for their daily living, engaged in climate change initiatives. So the goals for the existing homeowner, they want the home to be a means of maintaining a traditional family structure, as well as be flexible and modern enough to give all generations what they expect in the today's modern home. But what about the new or the first-time homeowner? They are working for their first home and want one that is easy to maintain and monitor when they are away by using Internet of Things and smart control. In addition to that, they have family and friends who come to visit and need to be able to accommodate them easily without disruption. What are the pain points? Actually, the pain point for existing homeowner, the kitchen does not allow for everyone to contribute to preparing meals. The home is difficult for people with disabilities to navigate in some areas. The spaces are not flexible. But what about the first time homeowner pain point? The current model is not appealing to this group as it's too traditional in style and does not offer technologies for the remote operations and the monitoring of utilities and appliances. Collaborators, homeowner key collaborators, their spouse. Collaborators for first time home buyer. This potential home buyer consults with their partner and considers the needs of their family and friends when visiting. So this is customer profiles for the two projects or for the two category. So how we can illustrate this two category, existing homeowner and the first time home buyer, as a personas? Let's go to C. So we will assume Henry, the head of householder homeowner or existing homeowner, and we will assume Sarah will be the first time homeowner lead. So persona for Henry will be name and sketch, as you see, behavior and action. So his behavior will be work full time, works at home part-time, enjoy cooking, care about his family, enjoy hosting many people. So this is an example about personas for existing homeowner. But what about demographics demographics. Okay, so for the demographic, they are 50 years old, family man, caring for aging parents, looking for long-term home, lives in a multi-generational home. What about needs being points? Large space for entertaining, dining, a large kitchen to cook with family, needs a bathroom on the main level, office space that is separate from family area, needs 4 bedrooms, needs at least 2 bathrooms, a playgrounds, accessible space for all abilities, a school for children, needs to monitor home remotely. So this is example about persona for Henry, head of householder. But what about Sarah? Sarah behaviors and action for first time homeowner is loves to garden, early adopter of new technology, love to read, walk her dog regularly, drives electric cars, enjoy visiting the library. Demographic, 35 years old, laborer, lives with partner, has a dog and a cat. Their needs are need 2 home offices, need space for garden, would love to have technology in the house, would like to yard for the dog, needs a garage with 2 electric car charger, walking pass would be helpful, need to be able to monitor home remotely when traveling. So actually this is examples about personas and onion diagram to identify and assess stakeholder characteristics. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope to see you in the next session, which will be about how to develop a plan business analysis work. Thank you.